Shalom Aleichem, a good Davach. This is by HaRav Yaakov Galinsky. Zatzal. Anyway, this is his book ViHigadita and Vayikra, and the last week's Parshas was Emor. Anyway, it has in Emor about the Elohim Moadei Hashem. These are the different holidays, the Yomim Tovim of Hashem, and the last one is Sukkos and Pesach and Sukkos and Shavuos, and Sukkos has about the Na'anuim, the taking the lulav and the esrog and the hadassim and the ravos, and we take them and we wave them in all the different directions. So Rav Galinsky has something about it, that this is talking about that when after Rosh HaShana and Yom Kippur, we are like tzaddikim. And the Lavim and the Esrogim and the Aravos and the Hadassim are Kabayachol, as it were, like Hashem. So we are able to, if we become like Tzaddikim, we have the power to ask Hashem to do something, and He will do it for us. Because if we are doing the right things, He will give us Hatzlacha, and He'll show us the way to do things. Anyway, let's take a look at Rav Galinsky's, what he says here right now. Here we go. This is Halekach HaKofel Shel Arba'as HaMinim. The double things to take away from this. Halekach HaKofel Shel Arba'as HaMinim, from the four minim, the four types. The esrog and the lulav, and the hadassim and the aravos. Here, this is you can take a look at. We can take a look at, and we can start over here. B'svarim hakadoshim b'vor, in the holy Seferim it says she'arba'as HaMinim keneged arba osios shem havaya baruch hu, that the four minim correspond to the four letters of Hashem's name. Baruch Hu, Shar HaKavanos, Rosh Daled Lesukos, the Shar Kavanos, the fourth Drosh of Sukkos, V'Eseras Sephiros, and it also has to do with the 10 Spheros, the 10 Sphirot. That's a Kabbalistic concept. Zohar Chaf Gimel Reish Nun Vav. ViHaBeis Yosef Orach Chaim Tov Reish Nun Aleph Yud Aleph. The Beis Yosef says over here, Hevi Maaseh Niflo Michiburo Shel Rabbeinu Menachem Rekanati Zatzal. He has a very wondrous story from what the Rabbi Menachem Rekanati Zatzal, of blessed memory, said in his a Sefer that he wrote, Parshas Emor, Dalad Hey Ulakachtem V'Zel Shono. This is what he says. Tzarich Lismoch Esrog Im Shor HaMinim. One has to, when one is waving the lulav and the esrog and the hadassim and the ravos, one has to keep the esrog next to the rest of the other minim, the other types of plants that we are weaving. The minim. It's called the minim. Shalola hafrida minha binyan. Not to let it separate from the rest of everything. B'sod zeh nigla elai b'chalom b'leil yom tov harishon shel chag HaSukkos. And Rabbi Menachem Rekanati Zatzal is saying, and the secret of this, a certain secret was revealed to him on a dream that he had the first night of Chag HaSukkos, of Sukkos. Behit achsan etzli chosid echad Ashkenazi ushmo HaRav Rabbi Yitzchak. When somebody came to him, it might have been like a guest, and a certain chosid, a certain Ashkenazi. He was, I guess, he was not a chosid. Ushmo HaRav Rabbi Yitzchak. His name was HaRav Rabbi Yitzchak. Ra'isi Rabbi Yitzchak. Ra'isi b'chalom shahaya kosev HaShem b'yud kei v'haya marchik hakei ha'acharon min ha'shalosh osios harishonos. And he saw in the chalom that he was writing the Hashem's name with yud kei, and then the vav, and then he put the last hey. He made it far from the other three letters of Hashem's name. I said to him, Rabbi Menachem Rekanati said to Rabbi Yitzchak, Ma ze osisa, what did you do? Veishiv, and he answered, Kach nohagim b'mikomenu. This is the way we do things in our place where he comes from. And he protested him. He said to him the right way that he knew. And I wrote it for him shalom, the right way. In other words, he wrote Yud K Vav K right next to each other, not separate. And I think this means that he was surprised on what he saw. Or it might be that Rabbi Yitzchak might have seen what he did, and he didn't understand. They didn't understand. Somebody did not understand. It might have been that he, Rabbi Menachem Rekanati, didn't understand what was meant by doing this, by writing the K, the Hashem's name, not next to each other. The next day, at the time of when it's time to wave the lulav and the esrog, below esrog. He saw, Rabbi Menachem Rekanati, that's also, that this Rabbi Yitzchak was just waving the lulav, and the HaRavim and the Hadassim below esrog, without an esrog. Ve'vanti pistron chalomi. And then at that point I understood the answer to my chalom, to my dream. V'chozar bo, and I went back to that dream, and I understood what it meant. Razal Ramzu Sodze b'Medrash. Razal, the Rabbanan Zechorna Lebracha, the rabbis of blessed memory, said in the Medrash, Shekol HaMinim Ho'elu Ramzim B'Hashem Yisborach, that all of these minim, all of it, are a remez, a hint to Hashem Yisborach, as it were, the Kabayachal. Kabayachal means that we can't really. This is like something. It's like not to be taken literally. It's not to be taken literally. It's like a hint to it. That's all. So in other words, he went and he was waving the lulav without the esrog, so that was showing that it has to all be together. Everything has to be together, just like Hashem's name is together. The lulav and the esrog and the hadassim and the aravos, you have to keep the esrog next to the lulav when we're waving it. ViHachazon ish zatzal his po'al min hadavarim ukivaom bahaktomas sifro al orech chayim. The Chazon ish zatzal was also moved from these words, and and he said it in the Hakdama, in the introduction to the Sefer al Arachaim, on Sefer on Arachaim. Umehu inyan, what is this? This is what he's saying. Umehu inyan, what is this topic? Shenetzavinu lekachas kebayachal arba osios HaShem Baruch Hu kol ho eser sfiros. What is this that we are commanded to take, as it were, kebayachal, meaning not literally, but as it were, the four osios of Hashem, the four letters of Hashem, Baruch Hu, kol ho eser sfiros, all of the 10 sfirot, ulenanea lifnim v'la'achor, and then we have to wave them front and back, liyamin or the small, to the right and to the left, ma'ala umata, up and down. La'atzor ruchos rosh utalalam ro'im, to stop the bad winds, utalalim ro'im. So another I'm not sure what talalim ro'im, and other forces that are good. We wave the Hashem's name, let's say not literally, of course, but it's like a hint, and the Yetzer Sfirot, to stop the bad winds and the other forces. Shamati, I heard, Shaliachar she'orachnu cheshbon nefesh v'shavnu b'teshuva b'yomim hanaroim. So the Chazon Ish says, Shamati, I heard, Shaliachar she'orachnu cheshbon nefesh, after we have set up the cheshbon nefesh, we looked at all of things that we might have done bad, and we're trying